In recent weeks, the name Yoongi, aka Suga from BTS, has once again become the center of attention. This time, it's not because of his new music or stage performances, but rather due to a surprising piece of news. Yoongi is reportedly working on a major project in Los Angeles, considering leaving the HYBE structure and even exploring a career outside the music industry. The news spread quickly, as if it had come directly from Yoongi himself. Fans were buzzing with excitement, wondering what was going on, and began digging deeper. Some even felt this was a move that had been planned for a long time. Yoongi has always been known to be quiet but calculated in his actions. And now, he is said to be preparing something that could change the course of his career forever. The news first surfaced when some fan accounts shared photos and videos allegedly showing Suga in Los Angeles. However, what made everything mysterious was the locations he visited. Not recording studios or concert venues, but buildings typically used for film production, documentaries, and multimedia art projects. Speculation immediately began to circulate. Is Suga working on a film? Is this a visual art project? Or even, is he preparing to launch a personal brand unrelated to the music industry? It didn't take long for a bigger issue to surface, that this project does not directly involve HYBE. Some even mention that Suga has decided to take an independent path for the first time since his debut. One reason why this speculation is gaining traction is the series of unusual activities Yoongi has been engaged in. Some fans noticed that the personal account of an audio technician who usually works with Yoongi in Korea is now based in LA at around the same time. Additionally, some foreign production staff who were previously involved in the BTS documentary have also been active in the same area. Furthermore, some fan communities discovered that Yoongi has been quietly liking content related to independent films and creative documentary projects. These activities further strengthen the suspicion that Suga is indeed trying to open a new chapter outside the music industry. And what's most intriguing is that not a single official HYBE account has mentioned or hinted at this project. Everything feels quiet, and that's what makes it feel significant. Though this news is spread widely and is nearly believed by many, it's important to note that to date, there has been no official statement from either Suga or HYBE. All the information circulating comes from snippets of digital activity, fan observations, and reports from the entertainment industry community in the United States. There has been no press conference, no announcement video, and not even an official photo clearly mentioning this project. However, it is precisely because of Yoongi's silence that speculation has run wild. Fans feel there is a familiar pattern. When Yoongi is silent for too long, he is usually preparing something big. And that pattern is now forming again. Netizens, especially from the international ARMY community, are very active in piecing together all the pieces of his puzzle. On platforms like Reddit, Twitter/X, and Discord communities, there are in-depth analyses about Suga's direction. Some believe he's working on a personal documentary about his creative process as a music producer. Others think he's forming a creative team for a project outside the entertainment industry, maybe social, educational, or even fashion-related. One user even wrote, "Yoongi has achieved everything in music. World tour? Check. Solo album? Check. Billboard? Check. Now it's time for him to build something entirely his own." Though all of this remains speculation, the narrative grows stronger each day. Even Korean media has begun covering this phenomenon as a quiet move that's shaking things up. The most surprising aspect of all these speculations is the rumor that Yoongi might be leaving the HYBE structure. This doesn't mean completely cutting ties or leaving BTS, but rather standing on his own as a professional entity. Some speculate that Suga is currently preparing his own business unit that will operate outside of HYBE while maintaining good relations. This model has been adopted by some global artists who want full control over their copyrights and distribution channels. If this is true, Suga's move could become a pioneer for other K-pop artists seeking to break away from the traditional idol system and pursue a more independent creative path. This is not about leaving music, but rather expanding the definition of artist itself. The response from the fan community has been mixed. Most ARMY members have expressed full support for whatever steps Yoongi takes. They believe he always knows what's best for himself. Some even feel this move was long overdue, given that Suga has long been known as one of the most artistic and individualistic members of BTS. However, there are also those who feel concerned. They fear this is a gradual step toward a permanent departure from BTS. This concern grows because Yoongi is known to be very private and rarely discusses his personal plans in public. Meanwhile, the industry community, both in Korea and the US, is beginning to take notice. Some labels are reportedly interested in collaborating with Suga's new project, whether as investors or distribution partners. All of this is happening even though the project itself has not been officially announced. As of now, no one can definitively confirm what Suga is preparing. But one thing is certain, there are too many signs pointing to one major conclusion. Yoongi is preparing for a career leap outside of music and outside of HYBE. Will it be a documentary film? An art project? A creative business venture never before attempted by a K-pop artist? Time will tell. What's clear is that armies worldwide are now watching every small move he makes. Because if all of this proves to be true, then a new chapter won't just be written in the music industry. It'll also be etched into the global world of art and creativity.